Just a fun one. Yeah. It's fun because we won. I don't know. Like, just the way the girls play, when it got into the fifth set at that point, the way they responded in the fourth, I was pretty happy with whatever was going to happen, as long as they continued to play the way they played in the fourth. And, I thought they just find a way, and we really challenged them at the start of the fourth set to, if we were going to take a loss, that we want to take a loss playing the way we're capable of playing. And I felt like we just kind of went to sleep, and New Mexico State's a great team, but they don't play with a lot of emotion. And I felt like at Sam Houston we got over-emotional, and then here we got under-emotional. So we really just challenged them like, hey, we're going to take one on the chin. We take it on the chin, playing with our character, with the things that we've worked on, the things that they've built over the course of this season. And, man, they just came out and, one hustle play after another to start the fourth set to get us on a little bit of a spark, and then they started serving more aggressive and really got us rolling.
What did you see that New Mexico State always bring that intense rivalry between the two schools? What do you take from tonight's match?
Anytime you beat New Mexico State, you're happy, and you're proud, and they recruit really well, and they're very well coached. You're talking about one of the best in the business, and Mike Jordan. He stayed at New Mexico State because he chose to stay at New Mexico State. And when they were in with Hawaii and other schools, that was a top 25 team, just by default. So, we'll take it, because we know, one, we've beaten a very physical team, and then on top of that, we've beaten a well-coached teams. So there's a lot to be proud of taking a win off of them, and for sure taking 2 wins off of them in this season.
And the challenging aspect of this win, besides that they were able to capture the momentum and that momentum change into set 4 and 5. What did you tell your team right before that set number 5 began, that you guys were able to establish your game, your style?
Yeah, and so going into set 5, I told them the same thing we did in set 4. Just be you guys, And I said it's going to come down to us making 1 or 2 plays at a critical moment. And if you go back and you watch set 5, there's a couple plays where we just scrambled and made a play, And then the service run that Luana went on to take us home, I thought we got a little soft. We got a little scared around 8-8 set. When we switched sides, I thought we went over there and I thought we served 3 soft serves in a row. But we were able to side out right away, and then we got to the best part. Once Luana goes back to serve, then we really have our best 3 servers, or the next 3 servers in line, with Luana, then Sarah, then Regina, very capable setter or servers of being able to serve short and do different things.
And the last one I do have for you, Coach. A few years back, I told you that I once described your team as a well-humming machine. Can you apply that same to this year's team as well?
Yeah, when they start getting after it, it comes from everywhere, And the nice thing is when someone's not 100%, like Paris started well, and then they just kind of figured her out. She's not a great big kid, so when someone's real physical and then is able to figure her out, and our passing went away a little bit, and she's having to swing against a double block, they were able to get to her, and we made the change, and I thought Duda came in and did a really nice job. I don't know what she ended up with numbers, but it was high percentage for sure, and I thought she just made good decisions with the ball. Where's she at? 13. Yeah, three kills on 8 swings, and I was just in set 4 and 5, and I felt like they came at important moments, and also was able to just control. Those other 5 were probably as big as the 3 kills that she got. The other 5 swings that she took, I thought we were out of system, and she took very controlled swings that put New Mexico State on their heels.
Thank you, Coach.
Now, your first game against New Mexico State this year, you swept them 3-0. This one was a little less easy, I guess. What do you think changed from that game to this one?
One, they played a whole lot better, I don't think either one of us played very well up there. I thought there was some really high-level volleyball played tonight as opposed to up there. It was pretty sloppy on both sides, to be honest with you. And I think they got better. But like I said, it was as much our own doing as anything they did. I mean, if you look at set 3, I think we hit 7 balls out of bounds and only had 10 kills, you know, and same in set 2, like we hit 10 balls out of bounds. Like, if we hit 10 or 7 out of bounds, we're going to struggle to beat anybody, much less New Mexico State. So I felt it was a little bit of our own undoing, and then you look at set 4 and 5, we hit 333 and 562 and hit 3 balls out of bounds in those 2 sets combined. So that was the story of the match tonight. I felt like was our own errors in set 2 and 3.
Okay. And then my last question is, this was the first time in program history that you had a crowd of 1,000 plus 4 times. How do you feel about that?
It's awesome, you know. Like we talked about this at the beginning of the year. Was like, how do we build momentum with the crowd leading up to us hosting the WAC tournament? And one of the things we talked about our, I think a lot of it goes to the girls. They deserve a lot of credit for the crowd, because this is probably the most engaging group of college athletes you're going to find. I mean, they love the crowd. They're just personable. If you walk across any one of these girls in campus and they pass you, and they're probably going to smile at you and say hi, even if they don't know who you are. And I think that just leads to the crowd and the job they do in summer camps when they're here, how much they interact during camps with all these kids that are here watching, and these schools, the time they take to spend with them after the match. That's what draws a crowd. That's what draws it back. And you can see, like, as the season's building, I feel like the crowd's starting to get attached to the group. You know, they're starting to know, and that's just them allowing themselves to be a little vulnerable, like, you know, and open themselves up and just open themselves up to people. And I think it's awesome, and they love it, and we love the crowd here. And, you know, we want to pack it for conference tournament when we get back here. And those teams that aren't getting to experience it right now are going to be in for a shock when they have to face us during the conference tournament, because it's going to be rocking and rolling in there, I'm pretty sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.